Hey guys, so I'm really excited about this new project I'm working on because it's a story I came up with when I was 18. Even at that time, I thought it was extremely explicit with the sex and the gore. Since then, my mind has elaborated more on what direction I wanted the characters to go. I wasn't sure if I wanted to put myself out there then, as a writer. I guess I wasn't confident enough, but now I'm seeing it as a challenge, and it's so daring. Removing the Do Not Disturb sign is actually a mixture of two things that I created: a poem and that story that was never written. I thought the character needed a past, and well, now is the present. So this is it: removing the Do Not Disturb sign. Episode 13, finale. Eventually, I'll find you. Caden is still in the same position, chained to the chair in the man cave, wrist and ankles, but chair on the floor. Since he was struggling, he's shouting and screaming Xavier's and Landon's name, but when he takes another glance at their bodies, he sees both of their clothes are bloody. Could they be dead? The projector playing the porn stopped and everything went silent. Like I said before, I had this story in mind since I was 18, so I knew how I wanted it to go. However, the end was the only thing that I had to create. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to reveal the killer in the beginning of the episode or in the end. But since there's so much he still has to do, I felt like it was only appropriate to show him from the start. Julian's body was found, so that apparently rules him out as a suspect. The killer finally reveals himself, leaving Caden in shock. Before he plans of getting rid of Caden, the killer decides to tell his story and what his alibi was for all the killings over the years. Apparently, it had something to do with Landon and his parents. Remember, they were killed in a car accident a long time ago. But what we didn't know was that they were drunk at a party. When you also hear his story, you find out that the killer is not only insecure but ashamed of who he is and the life he had before. And that's why he keeps changing his identity and never uses his real name. And I mean, we never really find out what it is, even towards the end, which I really liked that aspect. It makes it even creepier. Now that Caden is the only one in the world that knows his secret, he has to kill him. And so he does. After he does, mission accomplished. Well, not exactly. Before he cleans up the mess, he decides to get one of Landon's medical books and some of his tools to do a procedure to change his face. After cleaning up all the blood, cutting up the body pieces, and stashing them in a chest that Caden probably got from an auction, the killer decides on his next move to try to throw off the police and FBI agent. And he knew that Gary, Caden's ex, was perfect for this since he had a boat and a private island. He was going to take the chest with bodies and throw the evidence overboard. Will the killer get away with it, or will his madness continue? Well, there are some things a writer just can't say. I guess you just gotta wait for when the book comes out. Thanks, guys, for hearing me out, and I hope you enjoyed what you heard. It was a pleasure.